dangerous inbound pass for the #1 ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs. Not just playing for a WCC title, but I think tonight playing to solidify a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. Harris, one dribble with the left hand and a foul.
The problem on this play was Bo Levesque got caught up on the screen, and he's guarding Elias Harris. He goes the wrong way, the long way around Kevin Pangos, and that allowed Elias Harris to read the screen properly and then attack, and then Giusti picks up the foul and an N1 opportunity for Elias Harris. When he's attacking, he is so much better than when he's staying stagnant. Off the bounce, he's one of the best in the conference at finishing.
He's had a very good senior year. He's got 5 early points. Zags lead by 2, and some pressure for Gonzaga. Holt splits the double team and goes all the way. No indication on what the call is yet. The officials are asking each other. The ball went down, and it's going to be offensive foul. And that is not going to make Randy Bennett and St. Mary's very happy. It took a long time to make that call.
What they're looking at and what St. Mary's is asking for is to see if that ball was released, and it clearly was. So that should be a charge. The charge is the correct call. The release of the ball should count. Watch the ball. It's out of his hands right here. Now the charge comes, and boom, it should go down. The other question that you could look at is, where was Elias Harris's feet? Were they outside of the line? If they were on the line, then it shouldn't have been a charge. I have to see another look to look at his feet. All right, watch this. You're going to see his feet. Freeze it in. His feet are over the line. That is an incorrect call. It should not have been a charge. It should have been a block going in the opposite direction.
Now they did decide to count the basket, so they got that part of it right. Holt gets credit for the bucket. Offensive foul. Tie game 11-11. A little controversy here early. Two teams that have had so many spirited battles head-to-head over these last 5 years plus. Dower, pressured by Waldo, gives it up to Hart. And now the point guard Pangos takes over.
A break for Gonzaga there.
Just 5 minutes in, Pangos on the move. His first basket.
Kevin Pangos so efficient with the ball, doesn't turn it over, values the basketball, makes the smart and heady play more often than not. Final 6 games of the regular season, he only had 1 turnover.
Bo Levesque been a big scorer for St. Mary's off the bench. Jordan Giusti, more of a defensive specialist.
Look at Mike Hart. I knew we were going to see this matchup. Mike Hart versus Matthew Dellavedova. The best defensive player going against the best offensive threat.
Touch pass, Holt 3. No good. He's been cold from the outside. He's got to make some of those. Pangos all the way. The runner, too strong. Now Holt wants to get out of the open floor. Holt's playing aggressive in the early going. You got to give him that. Levesque 3. Good.
If Bo Levesque hits his 3, I think Mitchell Young and Bo Levesque have to combine for 25 points tonight, Dave, to get this victory. And they're capable of doing it. Levesque, one of the better 3-point shooters in this conference.
Giusti got his hand on that ball, knocked it right in front of us, out of bounds. Gonzaga will inbound, and David Stockton comes in for Hart. Much different kind of player from Mike Hart. Stockton, in some ways, Sean, his passing ability allows Kevin Pangos to be more of a scoring guard. And his father, the Hall of Famer, great Gonzaga Bulldog himself, John Stockton, is here watching tonight.
Well, and the other thing, too, is Stockton will take some risks. He'll gamble a little bit more. Sometimes it gets him out of position, but more often than not, he makes some sensational steals off the ball, sneaking in defensively.
Here's Gary Bell. Stockton with the shot clock winding down. It's down to 3. Harris will launch one up. Rebound, and off the bench, Matthew Hodgson, who doesn't play big minutes, grabs a defensive board.
And Brad Waldo wearing that mouthpiece and that mouth guard for the first time. Sometimes that can affect your breathing.
Pangos got his hands on it. Stockton on the break to Bell. Got it.
Second most efficient team in points per possession in all of college basketball. And one big reason why is they get out and run in transition, and they finish at such a high rate around the rim.
They are an elite offensive team. The runner for Dellavedova. Nice soft touch for the St. Mary's point guard. Back and forth action. Championship of the West Coast Conference Tournament. A foul away from the ball. Hodgson playing post defense on Dower. Now Hodgson has some skills. Junior from Australia, can shoot from the outside. Pretty good shot blocker.
Well, Kelly Olynyk comes back in the game. A very tall unit out on the floor right now with Sam Dower and Kelly Olynyk anchoring it down underneath. Small on the perimeter, but large in the paint.
Olynyk got an early foul and sat for several minutes. The Wooden Award candidate back to the game. Pangos finds Dower on the baseline, and he gets the nice soft roll.
He's got such a good shooter's touch, and coming into this year, I think people were expecting this to be maybe Sam Dower's breakout season. Instead, Kelly Olynyk kind of took over that post, but Sam Dower's got a lot of different skills.
Dellavedova uses the hard screen, and all the way into the corner he found Giusti. That court vision there. Giusti cut off by Olynyk, though. Just barely gets rid of the ball. Mark Few wanted a 5-second call. Didn't get it. Here's Dellavedova backing his way in. Shot clock down to 5. Page 3. Off to the side. Giusti, though, hustles after the loose ball and saves it to Page, who went down hard and hurt himself.
Oh, no, that's not good. With the way he went down with his knee, he is rolling on the floor in pain right now.
And they're going to stop the action. You hate to see that. He didn't twist an ankle. It's the knee. He's had knee problems in the past. Jordan Page is really hurting.
Amy Carroll, the trainer, immediately out on the floor, as is Randy Bennett. The look of concern on Coach Bennett's face.
So Jordan Page, who is in some agony, we'll take a look and see if we can see anything unusual.
Oh,
yeah. The knee buckled.
It's the right knee.
And Jordan Page is hurting. His coach is out there trying to comfort him.
You see him as he plants. That knee goes in the wrong direction, folks. The knee is not meant to go that way. And you hope it looks worse than it is actually serious. But the head coach and Amy Carroll are going to help him get off the floor, and he's dragging that right leg. It's been a great start so far. 1-point lead for the Zags here at the Orleans Arena, championship night in the WCC.
Guard timeout. Jordan Page, who badly twisted his knee. It buckled coming down. Grabbing a loose ball. His head coach, Randy Bennett, helped him off the court. And a kid who's battled through a lot of injury problems in his St. Mary's career. Heading back to the locker room. Gonzaga will have the ball. The officials, by the way, wanted to point out that Gonzaga had stopped advancing the ball. So at that point, with the player down, they can blow the whistle, stop play, and let the injured player get off the court. Dower posting up with the basket for Gonzaga.
28 of the 35 points in this game have been scored in the paint so far. Which defense is going to turn that water valve off? And that's a big question right now, because it's coming with great ease down low underneath.
Levesque into the corner. Giusti, who will shoot for the outside, but not aggressive about it.
By the way, Jordan Page got a standing ovation from the entire crowd. Classy move by all the Zags fans here in attendance.
Sellout crowd of the Orleans. Giusti's 3 off the mark. Hodgson there, but couldn't secure the offensive rebound. Here's Olynyk, who's so quick up the floor, draws a foul. It's a shooting foul. It's a big part of Kelly Olynyk's game, his speed from end to end.
Well, and that's where the transformation took place. You talk about the red shirt year, and Mark Few talked to us yesterday and said, hey, look, his first 2 seasons, he was a pick and pop guy for us. Now he's starting to get aggressive. He understood that in that off year, he watched Robert Sacre play. He understood the value of playing with his back to the basket, being aggressive, running the floor. A very different player than Robert Sacre, but even more effective than what Robert was. And he's playing for the Los Angeles Lakers right now, so it should put into context what Kelly Olynyk has been able to accomplish so far this season, not to mention an academic All-American.
Hodgson goes to the bench. That was his second personal foul. Young back in. Olynyk, who's a very good free throw shooter, makes them both. Gonzaga has opened up their biggest lead, a 5-point advantage for the #1 ranked team in the country. Young, nearly a 5-second violation there, but handed off to his fellow senior, the point guard, Dellavedova. Here's Young, who doesn't shoot many from outside.
That was just excellent half-court defense, playing the on-ball screen and recovering.
Olynyk, no good. Harris almost had it. Dellavedova ripped it away. Matthew Dellavedova, one of the elite point guards with a rare bad pass.
And that was David Stockton sagging in, not in your typical defensive position, and it threw Dellavedova off. Great defense by Stockton.
Holt off the Pangos miss.